In this video, we're going to look at how to update your personal profile and account settings in D2L. So you can get to these settings by going to the top right corner of the screen in the mini nav bar and clicking on your username and icon. You'll see a drop-down menu here that has a couple of options. We'll click on Profile first. So this menu allows you to edit your personal user profile. So the first thing you can do is change your picture. This will change the image that you see in your icon at the top right, and this will also change the image that students see when you post things in discussions and other places in the course. So we would encourage you to use an image here that looks like you. If you're comfortable using a photograph, you can do that, but if you'd prefer not to use a photograph, you can also use an avatar or a cartoon image, something that's a representation of what you look like. And this gives your students something to identify with. If you scroll down here, you'll also see some information for your social networks. We would, however, ask you to refrain from putting any personal social network sites up here because you don't necessarily want your students to be able to access those. If you do have a strictly teaching Twitter account or LinkedIn account, you can put that in. If you scroll below that, you'll see contact information. So you can put in your email here, and we would ask that that's your CCCS distributed email. So when you begin teaching at CCC Online, you're given a cccs.edu email account. That's the one we'd like you to put in here. When you communicate with students, it should always be within D2L or within your cccs.edu email account. You can also put a business phone. When you begin teaching at CCC Online, you're actually given the option to have a phone number. And that's not actually a physical landline. It's a number that students can call and leave you digital voice messages, which are sent to your CCCS email account. So below that, you'll see a section for education and work, and below that, personal information, like your interests and hobbies. When you're finished with this section, you can click Save and Close, or Save. So to get to your personal account settings, we'll click on this one more time in the top right corner, and choose Account Settings. Here you can see a place where you can change your font. This doesn't change the font in your course. This is actually just changing the font that you see D2L in. So all of the font that we see here in our menus, you can change with this setting. And again, that's just a personal setting, not a setting that all of your students will see in your course. And if we scroll down here, there's one more setting that's an important one to know, and that's your time zone setting. Make sure that you have your current personal time zone set here so that all the dates and times you see in D2L match wherever you are. Now if we scroll back up to the top, we'll see a couple of other tabs for discussions and email. These are actually the same settings that we would see if we went to settings in either the email tool or the discussions tool. And we explore those a little more in depth in the email and discussions videos. So I would encourage you to watch those videos if you'd like to learn more about these settings. And that concludes our video on how to update your profile and account settings in D2L.